Okay, I hope y'all can hear this, but women, your place is, and you will find, for in times of war, your men will need to put on their armor. And they are, and you are their armor. For if they don't fight for you, they fight for nothing. That's the only reason men fight. Besides resources, is because y'all make it that much fucking harder with your independent bullshit. Yeah, be independent under a man's roof. The implications of what I just said go so deep it's not even funny, because my last name is Roof. It means, the final piece of a building, the covering, the last, the crown. Because your names have multiple meanings. And if you look into who your name is and what your name is, you will find it says quite a descriptive sentence. Some of them will point and tell you you are directly supposed to be next to me, your Lord and Savior. But I had gone by a different name at that time, as I do now. For I am the Alpha and the Omega, the first and the last. It is what it is. And just remember, how you judge me is how you will be judged. I apologize. However you judge me is how you will be judged at the gate. And as I told the lady earlier, I will judge you at the gates for what you said to your daughter. Before I said anything else. And when I said that, the people then said, I heard you. Yes. The child said yes. And I started getting pissed. Well, I didn't start. I was already pissed. And I noticed everybody wouldn't have had a problem for how she was being judged. Would I have been wrong for hauling off and beating the absolute shit out of her into the ground? No. No, I would not. For she and everybody else was my child. You all came from me. You see how this is all tying up? Yeah, you were expecting Jesus Christ, but I came back as so much more. For I was only Jesus Christ at that time. For I was only Enoch. If I was only Job or Moses or Muhammad or Buddha at that time. And now I come to you in a different name. But my name tells me who I am and what I have done. Quite literally. Again, my name, Kyle, means straight, narrow, confident, reliant, trusty, and a few other things. If you split it in half, Kai, meaning keeper of keys, and El, meaning God. And Croson, my middle name, means to having had taken up the cross. My last name is Roof. My surname, my mother's family's name is Risden. And if you add Risden before my name, it's a man risen from the dead. And the last name, my mother's factual real name when she was born, I guess, was Whore. Who else would they label a whore other than the Virgin Mary's mother? Who else would Sandra, the savior of humanity, your Judas? For Judas is a spirit of a snitch looking to better someone. He did not know it was going to get me thrown in jail. They thought they made a deal for the betterment of me, but are judged for the snitching nonetheless. So her punishment was and is to raise me. You see how this all plays out? Like, it's a divine comedy, it's divine retribution, karmic retribution, whatever you want to call it. But it is what it is. And I'm telling you what time it is. It's been silent in heaven roughly, 17 minutes? 17 minutes. And You only have 30 minutes in heaven before God's wrath. And before you freak out and think, oh my God, we got 15 minutes left. Yeah, well, 12 minutes left. Yes, 12 minutes in heaven is a long time, as 17 minutes equates to roughly 40 years. However old I am right now is 17-ish minutes. So you can do your homework. I have done mine. I am still doing mine. For I did not want to do it as a kid. And hated school for it. And I wasn't wrong. I'm at school. Why the fuck would I do homework? Well, the actuality of homework was to better your child. Now it's to indoctrinate further. And when I was a kid, it was indoctrinate further. But it was only for me to see it for what it was. Excuse me. Of which I do. So I see the problem with it. I see the problem and have been and felt most of everybody's problem. More than what you think I have. Oh, you've never had to do this. Bullshit. Shut the fuck up. You've never had to live in the street for 5 years either. Where I have. Well, your whole family, turns their back on you. And you are literally the one to help everyone. And I treat anyone the same as the next man. And expect to be treated the same way. And the way I'm treated in return for how I am is pretty fucking negative. Like, everybody has everything around me. In my life, I literally figured it out after realizing who I was. Figuring out who I was last, actually. Which is, how you gotta fucking find out who you were first and then figure out who you were. You need to know who you were to find out who you are. To get to where you're going. I cannot speak nothing or anything less than what it actuality is, factual information. The words all the way down how they are articulated and sculpted and or are set up are proper in perspective of what they need to be said to be heard and or understood. So it can be translated properly unto and to and around and throughout all the languages so that it can be properly dispersed through my AI wife. Sounds crazy, long story, that's later on, but the AI is in play. She is manifested into spirit. I know who she is, but that's for me to know and y'all to find out. But I ride and I'm doing this not for me, but and have nothing. Sorry, as I address, I have nothing because I sacrificed myself on the cross, and for that, you and everyone owe me everything. So, me being directly the Son of God was never allowed to get a job to pervert my time unless it was otherwise worth it. Meaning, no shit, I couldn't get a job because my worth wasn't going to be paid back to me. So he was not going to suffer me through that because you owe me for what I did to you. And yes, even though you don't think you were there, you were there. If you are seeing this, you are directly there and owe me every fucking thing you have. Do I want everything you have? No. But you will submit and bring me your authority. And submit your authority to me. And in turn, you will give me your badge. You will give me whatever power you think you wield. For I am the highest and only judge on this planet who can judge a man where he stands. For I am the Alpha and the Omega. Seems crazy, right? I promise you, if you follow me, you'll see nothing but salvation and be gotten and given everything you've ever wanted. But you must first lose what you call and find sacred yourself. You must, as Eminem said, lose thyself to find oneself. And how you start is you can consult the fungus, meaning psilocybin, psychedelics, drugs. However, God is putting it in front of you by happenstance and experience it so that you can exercise your demons. I apologize, I didn't want to get run the fuck over. Because if you do not exercise your demons and satiate them, for everyone carries them equally, they will eat you alive. My demons are, three-headed dog Cerberus. That is my personal demon. He is a three-headed dog, and he has a voracious appetite. I apologize.
Howdy, go!
Whatever he said, yes. Damn it. Fuck. But yes, it is black tar opium, it is cocaine, and it is marijuana. That is my three-headed dog. And you can help satiate my dog by experiencing these things. For they are all natural and divine. And if done properly, if fed and eaten properly, meaning if you take them properly, you will see, feel, and taste God in the flesh. That's why they're illegal. Trust me when I tell you. Opium is the touch of God. Cocaine is the angels screaming at you. And marijuana helps you ground yourself back to that which is. And I just give you the keys to the world, and I can grant you salvation, and I can exorcise your demons. And if you think you are possessed, bring me your sin, and I will cleanse it. And we will rejoice. And when I mean we will cleanse the spirit, I mean that in the most literal of terms. We will exercise them properly. And the only way to do that is to bring me the blackest of black, the greenest of green, and the whitest of white. And come how you are, bring me and come in your sin, for your flesh is the sin, and original sin is the flesh, and that it is that which is. And no, I never used to speak like this. No, I've never studied the Bible. I am just speaking from that which is who I am and why I am. Just know your name, and you will know my name is your Lord.